friends and crafters, Stampin' Up demonstrators, all you crafty people out there. Tonight I'm going to share a 3D project that isn't something I've made into 3D. So 3D can be a lot more than just a little treat holder that you make, and but I'm going to show you how to make something that is more than a card. This little box, if you recognize it, is one of our mini paper pumpkin boxes. So our monthly subscription comes in a box that looks like this, and it has a whole set of cards or projects in it. To complete, everything is in the box except a pair of scissors. That's all you need to provide. It even has adhesive and a stamp set and an ink spot. And with your first subscription, you also get the block. But we also have in our catalog these mini paper pumpkin boxes. So they're about half the size and half the depth. I just wanted to show you them from a comparison perspective. So with these, you can make all kinds of interesting things. So I want to show you first, and I think this is going to come in a little bit shiny. Let's see. So this is how they come. There are 10 boxes for $10.25 in Canada. Oopsie. And so very reasonable from a packaging perspective. And you can put all kinds of fun stuff in them. So what I have in this one, this is actually a class that I am doing on Monday with a group of community living program attendees. I'm using a die that's retired. And inside my little paper pumpkin box that they will decorate are a couple of fun things. There's these cute little clips. They're just clothespins that we're going to decorate. There's going to be 3 of those. And a paper clip, one of these larger paper clips, like larger than the large size, with a cute little decoration on the top of it. And a bookmark or a tag. Some people think of them as tags, as well as, of course, the box that comes in. And this lovely little treat, which I think is so darling. And this is a 3x3 Post-it note holder pad. So then this just pops up like this, and you can have whatever image you want on there. So I have designed these projects with some kind of spring ideas in mind, with butterflies, flowers, dragonflies, and the cute little turtle. So I'm going to show you how to make the holder and how we put together the paper pumpkin box. So let's get started. So first off, of course, you need a paper pumpkin box. So they come flat, and you get to put them together. There's a shiny side, and there's a matte size. These boxes are designed, as I understand, to be food safe. So you can put food items in them. And I believe at that point you're putting them with the shiny side on the inside. I don't do that. I don't put them in our packaging. I don't usually put food items in here, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to have the shiny side up. So you just fold it all. It's kind of like putting those banker's boxes together at work. And so you get your little tabs up, and if you just push this side over, this tab here will go in the hole below. And you'll want to at the same time move this tab up too. So you're moving the 2 end sides up, and then this will pop down and go through the hole at the bottom. And do the same on the other side. To pop that in there. There we go. And if you wanted to add a little bit of extra adhesive, you most certainly can do that. I've not had them pop up before. They're very much like our pizza boxes. I fold this a couple times back and forth so that when I close it, it will stay down and not try to pop back up. And then you just simply push the 2 edges in, and there's your box, ready to decorate. So to decorate this, I'm going to do a snail one. I have a piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And I have a piece of pattern paper or designer series paper that measures 5 by 3 1/4. So it's just a wee bit smaller, just like when we do with our cards. and I'm going to layer those together. Paper to paper, I could probably have gone ahead and used snail or regular liquid glue, but the Stampin' Seal Plus was close at hand, so that's what I'm using. I'm not putting any ribbon around this project, so I'm good to put this layer right down on top. This one I'm going to give to one of my co-workers who really loves these colors. And then I have the cute snail. Now I cut this right out of the pattern paper with my scissors. I just cut around. And one thing about when you're cutting images out, even if you stamp them and you fussy cut them, leave a little white border, because it's really impossible to get right on the line and it'll look chunky. But if you put the little white border, it usually works quite well. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back. Now, if you're watching live or you're watching the replay, please leave me a comment so I know you've been here and you got a chance to see this cute little project. This is the easy part, but we sometimes forget that we have already made packaging that is quite reasonable that we could use for some of our fun projects. We don't have to make everything from scratch, and this holds a fair bit. One of the other things I did with the same group in October was we made a little game on the inside. So on the inside we had a tic-tac-toe game with little glass pieces that have a flat bottom. Like, it's not real glass, but they look like glass. And we had a little tic-tac-toe board and we decorated it, and it was kind of cute. So that was one thing that I have used these boxes for as well. You could also store lots of things in them in your craft room, because they are 5.5, just under 5.5 inches long. All right, there's our box done. Now we'll work on the 3x3 holder. So for this, you're going to need a piece of cardstock, which is 8.5 by 3.25. Here it is, 8.5 wide by 3.25 long. And you're going to score it at 4.25 and 2 1/8. So I've already done that. I've got my 2 score lines on there. So that piece is done. And then you're going to need another piece of cardstock to help go with it. Excuse me. That is 3.25 by 4.25. And a piece of pattern paper to layer on top. That's 3 by 4. And I happen to use the same paper, but you could mix and match as much as you like. And the paper that I used on my sample that I showed you for my class on Monday, this cute paper here is from the, it's a host freebie. There's 40 sheets of 12 by 12. So I think there's 10 patterns with 4 of each. They're very colorful on one side and black and whites on the other, and they are a host benefit. If you want to hold a party and take catalog orders, you can earn this for free. Okay, so let's get this put together. So I'm going to start by putting my pattern paper piece onto the 3.25 by 4.25. This is the part that goes on the top. This is the top piece here, this layer here. And then over with my piece that is scored, I'm going to just fold on those score lines. These would make great teacher gifts or co-worker gifts, or, you know, any number of things, right? So we're looking to create this shape. On the bottom, I'm going to put my 3x3, and you can resize this for the other sizes of Post-its. You can make it smaller or bigger. I'm just wanting to leave a nice 1/4 inch, well, I guess it's actually an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And then this piece will come up like that, and if I score it nicely, it will know to hold in place there, but then we'll also go straight across. And then I've got this piece here, and on my sample I've got the turtle, but we're going to use the snail. And once again, I cut this out of the pattern paper, so I didn't have to do any extra stamping or anything. And it was pretty easy to cut. You could also, instead of cutting it, if you'd prefer, you could go ahead and do a big circle or a square or some kind of die cut shape. So there he is, and I was going to put maybe a little bit of ribbon or something on him, not quite sure. And then now I'm going to, I should have thought about the height. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to put adhesive only on the bottom half. I don't want adhesive up on the top, but on the bottom. So I'll put adhesive right here. I'll just flip this open so it's flat. Put 3 strips of this and then just line it up. It's the same width. So I just need to get it straight, but it's the same width, so that's totally fine. And then press it down, and then voila, there we go. I'm just going to score this again because I popped it open. And there is my cute little holder. And you could add a pen, as I did on this one, to go with it, or more decoration if you like. If you have mini calendars, you could put a mini calendar on here and something at the top. Lots and lots of uses for this. And it's a cute little one that would take you no time to whip up for a friend, colleague, or that. So give some thought to playing around with the mini paper pumpkin boxes and see what you can come up with. This idea I found on the internet through, it was a Pinterest post, Queen Bee Crafts, and she had kind of the idea of some things that she put inside, and I adapted it for my project. All right, thank you for watching. Please leave me a comment. Bye for now.